Well, here I am in Selma, Alabama, at the old Selma Cemetery graveyard. And anybody that's followed me for a while have known that I've talked about the highest ranking elected official from Alabama was one William Rufus King. A lot of people, even educated and even people I've run across in Selma, are not familiar with William Rufus DeVane King, who was one of our vice presidents, the highest ranking elected official from Alabama. Served as vice president in 1853, 101 years before I was born. He lies in this mausoleum right here. I just did some video in a neighborhood just a few blocks from here of a home that was built for William B. King, who was his nephew. And even though these names are mentioned on a sign and whatnot randomly here and there, there's no streets named after our highest elected official from Alabama, William Rufus King. There's even the house that was built for his nephew is called the Henderson home and not the King home. They go to great lengths, it seems, to avoid any direct relationship with William Rufus DeVane King. And it's kind of safe to assume, and not only did King serve as vice president, he also was a U.S. Senator for Alabama from 1819 to 1844, which was, 25 years? And no mention. U.S. Minister of France from 44 to 46. Spent a lifetime career. U.S. Congressman for 5 years. Spent his whole time in government serving our nation and our state for all those years, but nobody's heard of him. Nobody wants to talk about him. It seems like they just want to stay clear of the name William Rufus DeVane King. And I think it's safe, if you study the history and some information about the Honorable King, you could easily assume why that is so. Two interesting things. He lived in his term while he was serving as senator. He lived had a residence in Washington, D.C., and he lived with a future president of the United States at that time, and they were both single, and